Public meeting will be held at the Central Union Church, and it starts at 10 a.m. Once these public meetings are complete, the Hawaii Interagency Council on Homelessness will present the drafted plan to the governor for his review and approval. The final state homelessness strategic plan is expected to be in place by June of 2012. Jill?
An important issue. Thanks, Ryan. Well, areas along Oahu's leeward coast are undergoing millions of dollars of flood prevention work. Governor Neil Abercrombie released $2 million to alleviate flooding along the Waianae coast. And a working agreement has been made between the state land department and the city. Improvements will stretch over the next few years, but lawmakers want to know how residents feel about the work done so far. A meeting to gather public input is being held tonight at the Waianae District Park. It all starts at 7 p.m.
Today, 24 families whose loved ones died serving our country receive Hawaii's Medal of Honor. Among them is the family of First Lieutenant Dimitri Del Castillo. The Florida native was serving in Afghanistan with the 25th Infantry Division based at Schofield Barracks when he was attacked by enemy forces. Del Castillo had only recently married his wife, who was stationed with him and serving in Afghanistan at the time of his death. This is the 7th year Hawaii has awarded its own Medal of Honor to fallen service members with local ties. Today's ceremony begins at 2 p.m. at the state capitol.
Former Governor Ben Cayetano blames the city's budget cuts on the debt from the rail project.
It's the latest accusation to come flying in the race for Honolulu mayor. It's a story our partners at Civil Beat have been following, and joining us over Skype is civilbeat.com editor John Temple. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
So Cayetano held this news conference yesterday with former city government leaders. How does he make a case for linking the rail debt to the city's budget cuts?
Well, he basically states a couple of facts and then says that they're related. One fact is that rail debt is going up. There will be rail debt briefly. It'll go to zero by 2024, but it will balloon during the construction of the project. And at the same time, spending on other capital projects is going down. He says it's cause and effect, that essentially rail is sapping the city's ability to do other capital improvement projects. So it's another example of rail damaging the city's future.
But you do look on both sides of the story. Mayor Peter Carlyle held his own news conference, right? And what was his response?
He did. So Mayor Carlyle has a completely different vision of what's happening. Carlyle is a fiscal conservative. When he got into office, one of the first things he did is say, I've got to cut capital spending. We've got to save money. I want to build a rainy day fund. So he says he's just reducing capital spending because he wants to be